Okay, I'm back. I had a shitload of work to do and I've been sleeping. I've been just had it. Man, it's fucking crazy. Anyway, I'm back, and before actually, as soon as I upload this, I'm gonna head out to try to fix my fucking Apple Pay phone because I can't pay with Apple Pay for. I don't know if it's something wrong with the phone or something. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm back. And by request, I had by request, I forget who sent it to me. I fucking forgot to take the picture of it. But this video is going to be about the female freedom has an expiration date. Being 35 is single. This is about an Argentina woman, and this shit's been hit up a lot. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep it up on YouTube because this has a lot of views, and somebody might tell on me for putting this shit up. But anyway, we're gonna do it. So this is just another woman who is 35. You know, she now this woman clearly rode the cock carousel. Like this woman clearly was just stubborn in life, rode the cock carousel. She even tries to sit down with a beta, and she can't deal with him. Now I think the bitch did. I think the bitch did end up marrying some dude who. I mean, you just look at him and you can tell he's just a beta chump who were just my woman's past doesn't matter, and you can look at him because I remember keeping up with this story years ago. But anyway, here we go. This is one way you can tell a woman's a slut. Her phone is fucking beat the goddamn hell, and her place is a goddamn mess. Look, shit everywhere. Phone fucked up. And decent body. Fucking cock carousel all the way.
This is me. By now, I should have been at the wedding of my last single friend. But for some reason, I fell asleep.
Yeah, she just happened to fall asleep. She didn't just happen to fall asleep when she was on that cock carousel. You see how bitches do, man? Like she didn't fall asleep when she was on that cock carousel. For none of them men, for none of the men that she wanted, she didn't fall asleep for them, but she just happened to fall asleep for her last best friend's wedding. It was a coinky dink. It was a coinky. You see how that happened?
Obviously, there's something I don't want to face. I'm not one of those girls who's always dreaming of white dresses and cute babies. Vaya, bruto. But in the last few years, I've seen all my friends get married.
And what do we say in these communities all the time? When they see shit starts to get real when all their friends get married and start having kids. See, like I said, women do women do not love you. Women do things to keep up with social statuses. You see what I'm saying? Like I said in the last video, women are not naturally caring. Women do not care about shit. They don't think about other people. It all is about them, and then they can manipulate it to make it sound like and make it look like they care about other people. Women do not love you. The bitches I fuck with, the bitch I'm gonna fuck tonight, she don't like me. Okay? It's all about status with them. Period. Most women do not have the capacity to truly love another person. They don't, like, they have to learn these things.
One by one. They move in with their boyfriends, get married, and have children. But I'm only there as a witness. Unlike my friends, I happen to live a gypsy life.
The cock carousel life, codename cock carousel life.
As a director, I travel from shoot to shoot.
And what did I say in older videos? That's another red flag of just a tramp. When women start traveling and they start knowing different languages like fluently and they're charismatic and they can just hop on and start talking and shit. Like it's like the more comfortable a woman is in life is a clear sign that okay, she's been around the block. That's why she's so comfortable. It's like I don't know. It's like I don't know. This may be a poor scenario to say, but let's say, well, let's go back to the public speaking thing. Like I said, and I said that in my labor of love video on my Patreon. If you let's say if you're 35 and you just walking around, and you're comfortable, you're fine with public speaking. Well, that's 9 times out of 10. That's a clear indicator that you've been public speaking for the last 15, 20 years. You didn't just start doing that shit 6 months ago. And it's the same thing with the woman. If a woman just this, if it's like the more comfortable women are in public, in television, in live shit, and they traveling, and the more comfortable they are, that tells you that they've been doing this shit, and that tells you they've been doing, and they've been involved in more extreme shit than this. They like their actions, their culture, the way they carry themselves will tell on them.
For a few weeks, that film crew turns into a fleeting family. But when the film ends, so does that family.
And off to the next cock carousel. And look at this flat. Look at the flat. And she knew she was gonna record some shit, and she still put it up. This is cock carousel 101 right here. Look at the kitchen. And this is a woman that you're supposed to live with and have a kid with. She can't even keep the game. She can't even keep shit clean when it's just her. Like I'm not even like remote. I'm sure like everybody's place gets a little dirty from time to time. But I showed you guys live streams like at the drop of a hat and walked you through my place, and my place is never this fucking dirty. I mean, sure, like the bed sheets might be a little fucked up. There might be, you know what I'm saying, there might be like a pair of pants on a chair or some shit. But I'm not like, see, this is shit like it might be something living in there. It might be insects living in there. You don't even know it because it's so covered with shit. Look at the back. Look at this. It's shit everywhere. She probably got roaches and don't even know it.
Now, I'm the only single one left.
That's that mate shit, I think. I had that shit when I was in Argentina. That shit tastes gross.
Se casa todo el mundo, abuela. Se casa todo el mundo y vos no sé, estás ahí, papando moscas. Es muy feo quedarse sola. In your 20s, you're free to do whatever you want.
Okay, correction. When you're a girl who's fucking and sucking dick in her 20s, you're free to do whatever you want.
Have boyfriends, lovers, one-night stands, work, study. Just like men.
Yeah, and in other words, the CC. That's what that's what she just explained.
But female freedom has an expiration date.
The CC has an expiration date. If the CC has an expiration date once you clearly start to age in countries where men are not beaten down by feminism. To think that you still look good at 35 and you still a viable option. See, like when you get out of countries like America and the UK, like and women are women are taken back down to actually having to have at least some type of physical standards again. Like women just can't be fat and fucked up. Like this is what happens. See, American women just can't believe this. I'm sure American women in the comments, they're shocked. Like, you mean to tell me you have an expiration date? See, American women, a lot of American women just keep going. Well, look at Darcy's ugly ass. She can just keep going with her. Well, no, because she really had to find a motherfucker on the other side of the planet. But you get my drift though. Like American women, like they're so fat and fucked up, they really don't have that much of an expiration date. Whereas like when you get to places like when you start coming out to like Czech Republic or like you go or South America where bitches they ain't walking around where it's not the norm for bitches to walk around be fat and still think they deserve a fucking Prince Charming. See, they got to start thinking.
When you turn 30, a conservative curtain falls. At every social gathering, you're confronted with one silent question.
Yeah, well, in other words, you run out of time because you old. Because you an old woman. When are you going to settle down? Because you an old woman. Your time is up.
After all, I was raised in a traditional way. And I followed the rules to the letter.
And like I said, like what did I say about girls? Yeah, when girls are younger, before they realize their sexual desire, their sexual abilities and abilities to manipulate, she just said it right there. She followed everything to the T. Little girls are usually much more obedient. As long as there's a parent in the house that's like that's enforcing rules on them, girls are usually going to be better than boys in their younger years. It's not until girls learn that guys will do things to have sex. Guys will, pay for their night out because they want to have sex with them. Guys will come hit them up at clubs. And see, once woman figures out that they have some independent power in the world, that's how they end up like this. Because she just explains it right there. When she was younger, she followed all the rules to the T. And she figured out she could start fucking. And that's when it all went downhill. You couldn't tell her anything. Like Kanye West said, you can't tell me nothing. After she found out she could fuck.
Traditional way. And I followed the rules to the letter.
We know.
Until the time came to choose a boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. And then you learn you can start fucking. And that's when it all went to shit.
Buongiorno, siete su Natural Geographic.
I was looking for an intense, passionate love story.
In other words, some bullshit she done seen on television.
And I found many.
Yeah, she found many. She's not lying. That CC is real.
Each one of them was the love of my life.
Mm-hmm. That's how the CC works. That's how the CC works. That dopamine. That's why I say, man, when women end up 35, like women end up 35 and above, like the look in their eyes is the same look as a strung out heroin addict. All that damn dopamine rush from getting what they wanted all that long has just burned them out. And they have that 1,000 cock stare. That's where that 1,000 cock stare comes from. They've been burnt out from all these intense highs of faux love to the point like they are just and so many cocks and ran through them. They're just burnt out. Their brains are just fried, like crack addicts. Their brains are fried, and they'll never get that high again. So women, their best option is to settle for some beta chump. None lasted more than 2 years. I'd be willing to say on an actual intimate level, none lasted longer than 6 months. What happened was she was the pump and dump, and she thought that she was one of them dudes' girlfriends, so she would kind of hang around and hope, just how I got bitches like that. They still walking around telling people that we're together. I ain't called or text that bitch in 3 months. And she's still running around thinking that we're together. I know personal family members who's like that now. They still walking around thinking that they waiting on this man to come back. That man can't coming back. So what women like this do, they'll say, yeah, we were together for 2 years. See, no, the reality of it was they were fucking for maybe 3 to 6 months. The dude got tired of her, bounced on her. She kept holding on to strings. On a text message she might get once every 2 months that he's gonna come see her again, and he just never came back. So now she just says nothing like we were together 2 years. That's how women are. This is the shit they do.
I never imagined they would all end up together in a box.
And look at all these tapes, fam.
I never imagined they would all end up together in a box of tapes.
Let's read what the fuck. Hold on. I hope these are different men. Montevideo 03. I don't know if these are cities. Luciano. I hope these are cities and not men's names. Native Matt.
Imagined they would all end up to
all these. I hope these are names of cities and not these men's names or like some nickname. Martin. Well, there's a name right there. Well, so. If she had to start writing names, that's a clear sign that a lot of these are different men. If she had to write names on these tapes, these are different. These because oh man, all these cocks that have been up in her.
In a box of tapes.
She's telling us. See, this like women will tell on themselves. Like, just let women keep talking, and they'll tell on themselves. And that's a good sign. Her mom was married for 33 years. That I'm not even gonna lie. That is a good sign. That's it. Like if I got with a woman and I heard that her mom and her parents were married, well, it doesn't say to her father. But if I got with a woman and she told me that her parents had been married for 33 years and they just divorced now, well, I'm only 34 years old now, but I mean, you get my drift. If her parents were married for a long time, that is at least a good sign that she at least has that working role model in her head to stay around, to work through a relationship and to work with it. Because see, now, man, a lot of modern women, they're born into single parent households from the start. And they're watching different men hopping in and out of their mom's bed their whole lives. So that's their working role model. When they get grown, it's like, oh well, it didn't work out. Oh, on to the next one. And that becomes the norm for these modern women. On top of not knowing how to cook, not knowing how to clean, all they know how to do is make their butt look bigger and put on some makeup. Modern women are just done for the most part.
¿Pensás, mami, qué va a pasar?
Me imagino que a lo mejor vas a ir madurando y vas a
No, she ain't gonna grow up.
valorar estar en pareja.
See, her mom's sitting there telling on her right now. She ain't never been in a relationship. You don't appreciate it. You know what she appreciated? That CC. That's what she appreciated. She didn't. Like, women tell on themselves the more they keep talking.
Y vas a hacer un esfuerzo, porque hay que hacer un esfuerzo.
Yeah, and what you have to make an effort. The CC, that's what it was.
Para poder convivir con otra persona, hay que hacer un gran esfuerzo, no es fácil.
Yeah, it's not easy. You see,
poder convivir.
Hang on, let's pause on that statement right there. You have to make an effort. It's not easy. You see, yeah, because, okay, look, now, let's do the math. When she talked about when she first got out of high school and she wanted to find an intense love. You see, translation. I've been watching American movies. I've been watching a lot of Western media, so I want some Western media bullshit relationship. And see, Western media doesn't show, working in a relationship, working through it to keep the relationship. So she doesn't know how to do it. This is what happens to modern feminist women. Like, they pay attention to media, but media doesn't show when shit gets dirty and rough and how to work through it. So when they actually have to come up with intelligent shit to say that is seriously a logical rationality any far deeper than the surface, these women, they don't know what to do. Women now walking the planet, 9 out of 10 women, especially in Western countries, if you ask them an in-depth, intricate question about themselves or reality of a situation, their first reaction will be to get mad because they don't know what to do. She doesn't know women like this, she doesn't know what to do. The CC was much easier because all she had to do was walk around in some tight pants and long hair and wait for the guy she wanted to pick to take her home and use her as a pump and dump. The CC was a whole lot easier. And along with the CC, she could still pull that whole Sex in the City mindset, which just messed up women even more. She's done. I mean, she ended up marrying some little beta chump because I kept up with this story from years ago. She married some little beta chump. When as soon as you look at his picture, you know immediately he's just some little beta chump dude. Like, it's no doubting it.
Eso no es fácil.
Parte del ser humano es procrear, tener hijos, tratar de armar algo. Después, bueno, sí, que lo que dura, dura. Ojalá que dure mucho tiempo.
And wow, coincidentally, the dad's remarried. And guess what? The mother will never get remarried. And coincidentally, the dad's saying some real shit. And the mother's...
La perfección, vas a estar...
Exactly. If you look for perfection, you are in trouble. You won't find it. That right there was the most realest shit throughout this whole video. If you look for perfection, you're looking to be alone. That's just the reality. And women and that is pretty much that is in a nutshell the entire opposite of what women and feminists teach each other. Women and feminists teach each other to never settle, to get exactly what you want. When you look for perfection, you are looking to be alone. You are looking to live in a delusion that's in your own head. This is what women have to teach other women. If you look for perfection, you are in trouble. You won't find it. But guess what? Kim Kardashian posted on Instagram that she just left football player. What's that motherfucker's name? I can't even think of his name. She left him and got with a superstar rapper. Oh, now I want the superstar rapper. Or, you know what I'm saying? The social media has destroyed. If feminists didn't destroy if that wasn't a total thing that destroyed women's minds, women being free, mentally free, operating social media on their own was the knife in the back. That was a dagger in the coffin. Like I say in other videos, when you leave women up to thinking on their own, women know they make bad decisions. This is why online dating is so difficult. When you look, perfect example, look at online dating. And I'm not making this shit up. Google the fucking stats that they find in it. All the women will text the top 5 to 10% of men. Because why? If you leave a woman alone, she's going to make the worst decision. In this scenario, she's going to search for perfection. Women do not make good decisions. And further to back up my point, guess who got remarried and guess who didn't? From these two, from the husband and the wife. The husband's already remarried. The woman, she's still walking around looking for the next best thing. Women do not make good decisions when left on their own. They don't make good. This is why online dating is so fucked up, and this is why women are increasingly being single longer times. Because they beat down men with feminism to be scared to even say hello without getting charged with a Me Too offense. And then they go on online dating and they all go after the same 5 dudes. And they get mad when they get pumped and dumped, end up single mothers. And then what do? They either find a beta chump or get big strong man government to hand them money. It's their fucking their nature is fucking hilarious.
For once, I decide to look for a good guy.
Yep. AKA for one. Translation. For once, I decide to look for beta bucks. Girl, I hope I can get aroused for this dude. I know I can't, but I'm gonna try because I'm getting old.
And hence Fernando.
Poor Fernando. He didn't even see it coming.
The perfect boyfriend.
Yeah. The perfect is you have the perfect boyfriend does not equal arousing. The perfect boyfriend is the man who's going to sit there and wade through all her bullshit while she still secretly gets aroused and wants Chad and Tyrone. What's a dominant fucking Spanish Enrique? She's still fantasizing about Enrique. She don't want this motherfucker.
Especially for my family.
Sí, sefaradí.
I finally become the nice Jewish girl everyone wants me to be.
And that is boring as fuck for you now because you've been strung out on being the bad girl. Now you want to pretend to be a good girl. See, and the thing is, she just explains it right. Look, she knew what a good girl was all along. She just tells on herself again. She knew what being a good girl was the entire time. She just didn't want to do it because the CC was far more fun. She just tells on herself. She's a piece of fucking shit.
Throughout our relationship, we attend 18 weddings. But when the time comes to plan our own,
she can't do it.
I realize I'm not being true to myself.
Translation. My vagina has not been conditioned for a beta chump like Fernando. So what I'll do is I'll go back out. I would rather be alone and go through mental boot camp of deprogramming myself off the CC in hopes to find a man so I can please my family. That's what she just said.
I cannot be that perfect bride.
Oh, this is funny right here. Yeah, 25% wants to get married. See, and pay attention to that. Now this could be a translation error, but this is deeper with with women who do speak English fluently, like we're born American shit like that, or born from UK, or born in Australia, some shit like that. Like we know the difference. Okay. Now this may be a spelling error on her behalf, so I'm not completely blaming her for this shit. But notice the part that says 25% of me wants to get married. You see? Not 25% of me wants to be married. You see, every woman wants to get married. Every woman wants to have a baby. But that's exactly what they want. A woman always wants a baby. A woman does not want a 9-year-old. A woman does not want to have to teach a 12-year-old. Like in the same case with this married. She wants to get married. She does not want to be married. That's a whole different ball game. You see, getting married and being married is two completely different things. Now, she may not admit that. Like I said, I'm gonna give her benefit of the doubt. English is definitely her second language, so I'm not holding that against her. But with many women, that is a real thing. Like I say, many women want a baby, and that's exactly what they want. They want a baby. They want it to stay small and giggly and cute and all that. They don't want the motherfucker to start running the house with dirty feet because it had been running outside, and you got to teach this motherfucker to eat his own food, to feed himself, and teach him how to dress him. See, women don't want that part of it. 27% wants to be free, of course. 26% longs for, so pretty much it all, 22% wants children. Okay, and I wish you would go into the deeper reasons to explain this, but I understand she wanted to make a quick video. Anyway, we're going to keep going.
I still don't know how to resolve this equation.
Yeah, because that CC is hard to break within you. It's in your soul. It's in your programming now to be a CC slut. I know.
I still don't know how to resolve this equation.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard hopping like that. See, that CC is like dope. That CC is dope. It's hard getting off that shit. That's why it's such a difficult decision. It's hard. See, look at her face. She's strung out now on that CC and just fucked up.
But at least I learned a few things about myself.
Yeah, that CC was rough. Getting with a decent dude is hard to get. It's hard to adjust to. The other thing she had to learn about herself was, oh, I knew how to be a good girl this whole time, and I just chose I chose this road because it was more fun. And she's fucked up.
I don't want those intense, impossible relationships of my 20s. Nor do I want a perfect husband behind a white picket fence.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely don't plan to spend my life alone.
So tell me, where did this husband behind a white picket fence even come from? Where did that ideology even come from? That's American Westerner shit. Cause that done trickled down in movies and shit. It came to you, or that was the girl who actually got married at a proper fucking age, at a healthy age, and got with a guy, and they worked up to where the point that their life turned into being in a white picket fence. You see, she, like, women explain, they tell on themselves. You see, her whole ideology is based off of media bullshit. You see, because had she got married at a reasonable age, at a relatively reasonable age for a woman, 21, 22, 23, whatever, a man could not afford that white picket house lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? So most men who are affording this lifestyle, they will have been with their woman for 10, 15 years, some shit like that, before they grew into that. You see what I'm saying? In most cases, they can't afford that shit. You see, but see how she interpreted that lifestyle was through bullshit movies and media. So she's thinking she's supposed to just get up at the drop of a fucking hat, go outside and find a dude, and then just go be thrusted into a white picket fence lifestyle. That's not, see, had she got married, had she done a reasonable thing as a responsible woman, she wouldn't have to worry about being thrusted into it. But now she can't do it because that would be too much of a difference. She can't get thrusted into it. It's too much of a shock. It would be too much of a culture shock now. You see what I'm saying? So now, that also adds to why she's so miserable. Because that's what she really, don't get it twisted. That's what she wants. Don't get that shit twisted. She wants that white picket fence. She wants that shit, but that's the next level of her misery. Her sexual culture will not allow her to be thrusted into that life because she knows she's not worth it. You see what I'm saying? And that guilt will fuck with her. Women tell on themselves. They really do.
Now I realize that everything I was looking for was much closer than I thought. Whether with someone or alone, in those glimpses, when you love and accept yourself,
Hold on, let's go back to that snail that fell off. That's that wall. See, that snail represents her when she hit that motherfucking wall and tried to climb over it. Like she hit that, like she hit the wall from left to right, and she thought she almost made it over that motherfucker, and then she realized she's 35 and she just fucked up. She fell right back down that other side of the wall like that snail. Then back to the other side of the wall, bitch. You done. You hit that. That's the wall.
Whether with someone.
That snail represents her. She hit that wall and flap, fell down.
Totally. The world around you changes.
No, the world didn't change. Hold on.
Alone. In those glimpses, when you love and accept yourself totally, the world around you changes.
No. You loved yourself. Oh, so you didn't love yourself the whole time. Is that what you're saying? No. See, no. See, that's not that was some old twisted dumbass woman's trying to come up with a catchy catchphrase to look cute. No, she loved herself. She loved everything she was doing and loved it the whole time. What happened was she found that she aged out. And now the world changed. See, the world changed. The world doesn't change. The women age out. That's what happens. That's what changed. Her age changed. Period. Because she loved every second of that cock carousel. She loved every second of it.
In the end, happiness is a choice. Isn't it?
Don't you love, like I say in that Ana Akana video on my Patreon, don't you just love when women try to, like, when they try to become this fucking psychological scholars, like happiness is a choice, and, like, you know what I'm saying, like some shit they clearly started reading from some self-help book and shit. Don't you love when women are like that are that fucked up to where, like, you can tell they actually had to, like, go out and learn, you know, basic human rationalities. like they actually and you could tell it's a big deal to them because they had to make it all passionate and shit. Like, don't you love when they had to do that? Like with Ana Akana on my Patreon, because I know I get taken out. I'll put this shit on here because I roast that bitch hard. But she did the same, like when they hit 30, 35, all of a sudden women become these fucking personal psychologists, scholars of rationalities and philosophies and shit. You know what I'm saying? They like basic shit that, you know, decent people automatically figure out on their own earlier in life. Don't you love don't you love that shit? It's great. She ended up getting married to some beta dude because I kept up with this story after it came out. Let's go to the comments. I gotta get out of here in a minute. I'm here for the red pill comment section. I'm not disappointed. I must have liked this shit because it's already blue. Don't worry, your friends be divorced soon enough. Once I decide to look for a decent guy, that phrase should tell you all you need to know. You're right, Cyber Sapien. That's real. I must have liked this shit a long time. I haven't watched this shit on this because this is a new profile. I don't know why this is blue because this is my first time watching this that I can remember. But I must have liked it because it's already blue. She said, gets new boyfriend, shows him her box of tapes. It's over. I love how she so gently translates some parts. Like when she's speaking with her grandmother and she says, which translates to, it's not nice to be alone, but she's holding back. That's not the full extent of what her grandmother said. What she truly says is, it's real ugly to be alone. And ask anyone who speaks Spanish. Feel means ugly in pretty much any context. This got so many likes, didn't think this would resonate with so many people. Because, hey, I wouldn't be surprised, Javier. I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. I would, because she made the video, so she's going to try to make herself in the most delicate, lightest light that she can. I wouldn't be surprised if her grandmother tore that shit to her face. This is what I'm saying. When you get out of America and the UK, like bitches get like real shit handed to them. Like they get real talk to their face. Like that Chinese video I made. Like her in that Chinese video, her own mother, father, and sister was spitting red pill knowledge, like as if they had a red pill Chinese book sitting in front of their ass. Go back to that Chinese video I made. That woman's mother, father, and sister was, and in the beginning of the video, that interviewer, they were all spitting red pill facts, as if they FAX red pill facts, as if they had a red pill book sitting in front of their ass and was reading from it. This was just a MGTOW motivational speech. If I was dating a girl and she showed me all those tapes of old boyfriends, I would be out that apartment in less than 5 seconds thinking to myself, I'm no psychologist, but that chick is nuts. I've been down that road before. P.S. My wife and I will be celebrating our 23rd anniversary in 2 months. I'm not afraid of commitment. Total confused. This dude broke down the math from that mathematical equation and just boiled down to, yeah, she's just confused. Yeah, in the end, she doesn't want to be single. She doesn't want to be single and doesn't want to be in a relationship. Yeah. What does that translate to? That translates to the CC. That's what it translates to. The wall be like, we don't negotiate with terrorists. Holy crap. Thanks. The dad's right. If you look for perfection, you will not find it. That's the opposite. That is the exact opposite of what feminists and other ridiculous women teach other women. You need to find, but girl, don't settle. Don't settle. Don't settle. You need to find what you want. Don't settle. And this is true. If you look for perfection, you're not going to find it. If you look for perfection, I'll tell you what you find. You'll find living alone, being attached to this mythical man that doesn't fucking exist. That's where women end up. To be in a serious relationship is to accept your partner as a person with flaws and imperfections. You both will annoy each other and eventually lose your looks as you age. That's exactly what I said in that Chinese video. Both people must be willing to find compromises. It is hard to work. It is hard work, but if it's for the right reason, it can be all worth it. Yeah, and that's what I said in the Chinese video. Like the woman in the Chinese video, she definitely was not the best looking girl. She definitely and she was told that multiple times by her family members and the interviewer. She's not the most pretty. She's not the most prettiest woman. You got to you can fuck. You can marry the most beautiful bitch, Scarlett Johansson when she was younger in her prime, Halle Berry when she was in her prime. You can marry the most beautiful woman, man. But after you have some raw gangster ass sex with her about at max 5 times, you got to live with this woman now. You know what I'm saying? You got to live with her brain. Like, I get that, 8, 9s, 10s, and blah, blah, blah. Like, personally, as long as the woman I'm with is at least a 6, I can sit down with her. Because from my personal experience, I've already fucked the 10s, the 9s, the 8s, the 7s, the 6s, the models, the hookers, the whores, the heroin addicts. I fucked all of them. All right? So all of them is going to come back to the same shit. So, if you look for perfection, you're not going to find it. You will never find it because you will always find another woman with bigger tits, a bigger ass, a better shaped tits, a better shaped ass. You will always find something better. So, you got to get over that shit. Anyway, I'm going to head out here, man, because I should have left a little while ago. But yeah, man, have a good day.